Hey, what's up guys? It's Comedy Shorts Gamer here, back with another banger. Nah, all jokes aside, I just wanted to do a chill video today with some experimental in the background. First of all, I want to say a big thank you for all the support lately. October has been my best month so far on YouTube for views, subscribers, and even watch time, so for that, I can't thank you guys enough. As a token of my thanks for getting to 750 subscribers, I have put a bunch of codes in the pinned comment, and I'm open to suggestions for what to do for 1,000 subs. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really been playing Brawlhalla that much recently because I've been playing a lot of old classics that I bought for ridiculously cheap over the year, like Left 4 Dead, Postal 2, and so many others. And it has honestly been so much fun to just relax and play casually every once in a while. It won't look like that to you guys because I always have a few videos to upload so I don't get burnt out, but I haven't really felt a need to come back to Brawlhalla and grind ranked or grind for montage clips, and I'm sure I'm not the only one feeling this way right now. Are you guys still playing Brawl, or are you taking a break like me? Apparently there's the 9th year anniversary event going on right now, and you can earn the esports V2 color for all legends, and a collab with Adidas, which is cool, I guess. A bit random and kind of pointless in my opinion, but I can't hate on BMG for trying to make money. All these new updates with new legends and cosmetics and new battle passes is great and all. But what this game is missing in my opinion is a balance patch because the same weapons have been at the top for too long, and competitive is getting stale. Take blasters for example, they have been in need of a major buff for so many patches now. I'm starting to think BMG are okay with the current state of blasters because they never get touched. Besides the rework, which I personally consider a nerf, because you can no longer jump dare if there's a soft platform in the way, the EU meta is really stale at the moment with Raymond, Taros, and Ulgrim still being as top tier as ever. But that isn't my only complaint with the game. A YouTuber I'm sure you all have heard of called Kosalix made a really good video explaining how the dash changes have removed a lot of the skill because it's unreactable and unpunishable. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that the new dash mechanics are slowly killing the game. I just really hope that BMG realize this before it's too late, instead of making each new legend more overtuned than the last. I don't want to basically repeat everything he said, but he made a great point about how the gameplay is smooth on LAN. But if you have any sort of latency or lag, you are not going to have a good time tracking your opponent. And that sentence is what really stuck with me from everything Kosalix was saying because he summed it up perfectly. The game feels like it was built around local or offline, and not for online gameplay, which is how 99% of the player base actually play the game. It's a shame, really. This is a game I have spent over 1,000 hours in, and I don't want to see this game fall off, but at the same time I worry that it might not be worth it to create my channel around just Brawlhalla, because who knows how long it will be around for. I already sort of tried to branch out with multiverses earlier this year, but the game died fast and it was a clunky mess. I had such high hopes, but they didn't listen to the community and took out basically everything I loved about the beta. I heard that the devs are planning on turning up the speed and are actively working on making the changes that the community wants. But it's too little too late in my opinion. I was going to make a whole rant video about it at the time. But you know that feeling when you're not mad, you're just disappointed? That's basically me with Multiversus. It would be nice to have your opinion on whether you would watch content from other games or if you guys would be interested if I made a second channel focused around other games. So let me know what you think about that in the comments. There was part of me that wanted to dedicate a lot of time to honing my skills and attempting to go pro, but I had a lot of things to focus on in real life and gaming. Took a back seat for a while, and I'd only play games if it meant recording for guides or farming clips for montages. But I'm glad I took some time off from Brawlhalla, because it reminded me gaming is supposed to be fun. Not shouting at your TV because someone is exploiting cheap mechanics and abusing overpowered characters. If you feel the same way right now, trust me, take a couple of weeks off the game and catch up with the real world, or play something else for a bit. Maybe even get out of your comfort zone and or play something you wouldn't normally. You never know, it might end up being something you really enjoy. I say this because I recently gave XCOM Enemy Unknown a try, even though strategy games aren't usually my thing and neither are sci-fi and aliens, but it really surprised me and is now in my top 5 games that I played this year. And if you are struggling with what to play, here's just a handful of the many gems that are usually heavily discounted and can literally run on your smart fridge. And if none of these games look interesting or you have already played them, share your recommendations below, and maybe me or someone else will check it out. I'm always looking for new games to add to my collection, so I'm gonna leave my Steam in the description of this video. And in the future, when I feel like my channel is big enough, I want to create a community Discord where we can hang out and play fun co-op and multiplayer games together. It'd be cool to get to know you guys, and honestly, it would be really nice if I can eventually branch out to more than just Brawlhalla. But let me know what you think. I still love the game. I still love making content for it. And clip farming can be fun sometimes, but the game is so toxic, man. There's only so many passive backdashers or people who mash constantly I can take before I just want to bend my keyboard over my knee and snap it in half. And that's on a good day. Nowadays, I only finish my ranked placements and go back to experimental. And to be honest, experimental is way sweatier than ranked sometimes. Strikeout is still fun and relaxing, but it's literally just day one noobs that don't even know where the dash button is. It's not even fun to bully them around or anything because they have no idea what's going on. And trust me, there is such a thing as being too bad to get clipped, and it's just a painful experience for everybody involved. I don't know, there's just something missing from Brawlhalla for it to be a true masterpiece in my opinion, and I have some ideas as to what might help Brawlhalla realize its full potential. This might be a hot take, but I think the game would benefit from some sort of catch-up system so people can't literally spend the entire match running away. What I mean by this is, if I am chasing you and you run from one side of a stage to the other while facing away from me, I should eventually be able to catch up to you. I think that this would help combat some of the passivity in Brawlhalla, because at the moment there isn't really any incentive to approach first, and a lot of people don't. Another thing I've noticed is that Brawl doesn't really have the rock, paper, scissors aspect that other fighting games have. And since your only options are either attack or wait, a lot of people choose to wait. For those of you that don't know what I mean by this, you can look at pretty much any other fighting game and there's usually a way to beat blocking, or in Brawlhalla's case, dodging. For example, in Mortal Kombat 11 you can block mids with either high or low, but can't duck underneath them. Lows can hit stand blocking opponents, and overheads will hit crouch blocking opponents. Throws beat blocking opponents but can be ducked and punished. If I confused you, don't worry, what I'm getting at is blocking beats attacking, throwing beats blocking, and ducking beats throwing in a sort of a rock, paper, scissors way, but with way more options than just 3. It doesn't really matter if there are more than 3 options, because my point is, everything has an answer to beating it. And that thing will also have its own counter, but in Brawlhalla, it's kind of just two-way. You're either the aggressor or you play parry and there's not really an in-between. Maybe I'm just so burnt out that I feel some type of way, but I can't be the only one who feels like the game just gets slower and more toxic over time. It's like the people I'm up against are so tilted that they will do anything to ruin everyone else's session. I genuinely don't understand how anyone is having fun playing like that. I swear I either get 2 types of players when I play, the ones who will never approach me first no matter what, and the hyper-aggressive, always mashing something people. But then again, I feel like I'm just not adapting to this new Brawlhalla like I should be. I catch myself trying to do a gravity cancel low to the ground, and I end up dashing instead, and I just play with a standard PS4 controller and dash with L2, so I can't dash jump fast fall consistently. When I properly come back to the game, I will dedicate some time to switching the throw and dash buttons, or if possible change dash to R1 and keep throw on L1. But for now, I'll just patiently wait for a blaster's buff while I fight for my life versus Sam Sulik and his infected Avengers in Left 4 Dead. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, comment pineapple and feel free to tell me how I need to get gut at Brawl and quit whining.